Hi everybody, BionicDance here, and I wanted to talk to you about a kind of censorship that I've been seeing on YouTube recently. It's happened to me about 4 or 5 times in the last year, and it's something I think people should be aware of. Now, I've been able to effectively fight it off, and anybody else can and should be able to, provided that you've actually behaved, well, properly, that you've been honest. You should be able to fight it off yourself. And so I'd like to teach you how to be aware of it and how to combat it if you need to. It's basically people who have been going around flagging videos for copyright violations when, in fact, there is no copyright violation. And they are, I believe, trying to flag videos so that they themselves can steal your revenue sharing. I believe that's what's going on. I don't actually have evidence for that exactly, but I do think that's what's going on. You see, what happens is someone will file a claim against a video, and the claimant usually has a corporation name, or at least a corporate sounding name. It'll be like, you know, MCR 17 or you know, AVG Industries or some shit like that. But the video will usually be like, you know, someone else, like me commenting about someone else's video, and the other person will be just some schmuck with a webcam like I am. Or, you know, maybe it'll just be me in front of the camera, but I'll have used like Kevin MacLeod's music in it or something, and he just allows you to use music in exchange for credit, that kind of thing, where there's no copyrighted material that isn't perfectly allowable, and yet they're trying to flag my video. And I think what they're counting on is that I don't know enough about copyright law to be able to counteract their claim, to contradict their claim of copyright violation. I think that's what they're counting on. However, I went to the Art Institute of Seattle, and when I was there, I took copyright law. And while I don't remember a lot, there's one thing I do remember, and that's the rules of fair use. I know fair use. If there is anything about copyright law that I know, it's the rules of fair use. It's how to be able to use somebody else's copyrighted content for comment or criticism or parody. That's something I know and know very well. I know that if you want to use somebody else's content, all you have to do is cite the U.S. Copyright Act, Title 17, Chapter 1, Section 107, Fair Use. And you can use just about anything that someone else has made, and you only, provided that you are using it for comment or criticism or parody, you can use just about anything someone else has made. Now, okay, granted, you can't use all of it. You know, you can't just put it up like the entirety of the Star Wars trilogy and then say, wow, that was pretty good, and that's it. You can't do that. You know, you have to actually do like a kind of running commentary, and you can only use a certain portion of it. But still, the point is that if you want to actually have a certain amount of content up there that's copyrighted from somebody else, you can do it under fair use. I think these people are counting on you not knowing that. And by you not knowing that, they can file a copyright claim with YouTube, and they can count on you not knowing enough about fair use to file a counterclaim to get your rights back, and then they can essentially, your video will still be up on your channel, but they get to put their name on it, and they get your revenue from the ads that are on your video. That's basically the way YouTube seems to have set it up. And it's like just cheap, it's obnoxious, it's rude, but they can do it. And I think there are people out there who are trying to make their money this way, by false flagging videos that way. Now, like I said, I made a video a long time ago about how to write revenue sharing claims, back when you had to write revenue sharing claims. And because you don't have to anymore. YouTube just sort of takes it for granted, if you're a YouTube partner, that your videos are legit. So you don't actually have to tell them, you know, yeah, I own all this content, blah, 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 blah. I used to have a template for that, you know, where you could fill in all these different blanks and just post that up, and that was your revenue sharing claim. It was pretty easy, pretty simple. But now you don't even have to do it. Still, I'll post a link to that video which had the template on it, and I'm pretty sure that you can just use that now to file your counterclaim. So yeah, hopefully that'll help. But I want people to be aware of this kind of predatory behavior, because I've been seeing it. I've been false flagged a number of times, but every time I've basically cited fair use. I've cited U.S. Copyright Act, Title 17, Chapter 1, Section 107, fair use, and every time, YouTube has basically said to these false flaggers, bullshit, BionicDance gets her rights back, every time. So, yeah, in case this happens to you, well, here you go. You're welcome. Just in case. Anyway, until next time, fellow space travelers, have fun.